I've been chatting with this guy from Hawaii, Kel Nakamura. Hopefully I said his name right. He was mentioning these ramps to me by Landwave. So I went on to Amazon, looked at them, and they got an awesome little song thing that they've got put out for that. You got to check that out. I will put a link below. That's really interesting. But anyway, you got these ramps. They're lockable. So I bought the one with the 4 ramps and the table. So, and these ramps are over 25 inches wide. So I got over an 8-foot wide ramp total that I could actually have to jump. So that's what this video is about. And I'm going to put these ramps up, show you guys the setup on them, and then hit it with a few different vehicles. So, yeah, let's check out these ramps. These are the Landwave ramps right here. They're lockable. They lock together. They don't shift out and all like the other ramps. Now, the one thing about them is they're more like a wedge. There's no transition to them, and they're not stackable. And by stackable, I'm talking about this right here. See how these are stackable? Now notice these also have the transition. The issue you get into with these is this right here. See all that gap? Your tires can get down into there. The ramps can separate and all that. So, I mean, I like the fact that these are stackable. I like the transition, but they're just not lockable together. So these I'm going to put together in the 4-way setup like what they show on their little video, and we'll see how this locks together. So this is the 4-way setup right here. Now the one thing about these, when I put these down, they're going to be for the racetrack. I'm going to take some dirt, some sand, and kind of build a little bit of a transition up onto them so they got a smooth entry. In the pictures, they show that these things are holding skateboarders and guys on bicycles and stuff like that. So they're pretty darn tough as far as the weight rating and all that. I can stand on them, and I'm like 1,200 pounds. So, but there's one thing I need you guys to see. If you're going to be hitting these things, you better hit them right. You come off to the side. See these right here on the side? These are the locking pieces that actually go in to lock them. That's going to smack your chassis or your axle housing or something like that. So when I set these up for the race, I'm gonna have to cover those up somehow. Now let's see how they are in size comparison to a Rift. So, not too bad. That's about what you want. Like, I guess if you're jumping scalers, this could work for you. Oh, almost missed it right there. Now, when it comes to racing, we're going to be hitting these a lot faster. So I'm going to change the setup to where we got 8-foot wide, actually a little over. And now we can see them all linked up together. And this will more than likely be the configuration that I use for the racing. So I'll do that little dirt ramp up to it and all that. Now these are obviously not meant for height. That monster is meant for height. That one gets you way up in the sky. This one right here gets you distance, and that's kind of what I want. So we're going to go ahead and hit it with a few things, starting with the Rift. Oh my God. I think I may have messed up that rear diff. I was in first gear. I said rear diff, I meant front diff. Let's try some second gear action. Should be able to keep that front end up. Now this, without the transition, is going to be a bit bouncy on the launch. So kind of something you got to think about. Yeah, it's definitely wanting to send the back end up. And that's because of the way it has no transition. In that slow-mo, you could actually see the back end get the bounce about right here. So that was a bit interesting. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and try to find a rake and try to dig up some dirt and see if I can make a transition there. Okay, got a little bit of dirt on it. Let's see if that makes a difference. All right, slow-mo time. It looked like it helped. Did you see the tire compression? That was pretty awesome to see. The tire compression just, wow, that was kind of cool. So I'm gonna add a little bit more dirt to it. Let's see. All right, there we go. Let's see what we got now. Oh, look at that. I got front up. That was a big difference. Try it again. Wow, big difference. Let's check that in slow motion. That's certainly helping. I do kind of think there's a little bit of a hump right there, kind of leading into it, making it bounce a little bit more. But you know what? I'm good with this. Let's go ahead and get some other vehicles and hit this thing. I still have the Proline Black Mambas on this. We're gonna give it a shot. But I'm also gonna put the e-buggy tires back on it because I wanna see just how far they can travel off of this ramp. Oh, that was good. That was a good low air jump. Got some good distance, which tells me that, I mean, with these tires right here, I'll test again, but that I can actually use these for a crossover. Oh yeah. I can set up a crossover and come right in like a figure 8. That would actually be really awesome. So I like that. Oh yeah, easy. See what it's got. Wow. See, I can really throttle up with these tires. They don't have enough mass to really make it really out of control, so. Yeah, that is perfect. Lots of low altitude distance. I like that. It's not so high, so you don't really get a hard landing. I mean, of course you can mess up and crash somehow. But overall, it's a very mild, easy jump to get, especially with the transition I got in it with the dirt. Distance looks good. Yeah, I'm kind of also researching, you know, my track. You know that, right? So even a short run up is enough to get a crossover. I like that. Now let's hit it with something bigger. There we go. There's something bigger. Beautiful. Why have I not been driving this lately? Beautiful. No complaints. Kind of wonder why I haven't been driving this though. Oh, I gotta do that now. Big difference in height. But oh well, you know what? For me, these ramps are gonna work out just fine. The ramps are gonna work out really good, especially for my intended usage. If you want big air, these are not the ramps for you. I mean, even if you stack them, you spend thousands of dollars to stack these, you could have had a lot better ramp for that purpose for a lot cheaper. But you know, for my purpose, using these as a portable ramp system, put that little dirt transition made a huge difference. So I'll put that on there, and for my track that I'll be running, this will be a nice, easy way to set a ramp up. I love the fact that it's a speed ramp for these right here, distance. And the fact that with the e-buggy setup, because it doesn't come all the way up because there's less wheel mass, I was able to get out there. So yeah, these are going to get used, and there will be a crossover, and these will be part of it. So yeah, ramps are awesome. Glad I got them. Thank you, Kel Nakamura. Thank you for recommending them to me. So guys, in that description, I will put a link to these ramps. I'll also link up the Typhon right here. I'll see if I can find the Creighton 8S, which is not a normal Creighton 8S, by the way. A little souped up. And the Rift. I'll make sure to put links for all that down below. So guys, check that description. Use those links. Make sure you're subscribed. And thank you all for watching.
Guys, if you like what you see, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell. So, in the description, there's a link to become a channel member. If you want to become a channel member, it's a very simple $2, $5, $10, or if you really got some money, $25 a month. It's a simple way to support the channel. So, get that, and I am doing monthly giveaways for members only, so you might want to consider it. So, guys, here's those links. Make sure you're subscribed. Thank you all for watching.